How do you stop overeating? How do you stop overeating? Overeating is one of the key reasons why people carry about excess weight because of overeating. Everybody knows what to eat. Everybody knows, how to live a healthy lifestyle, but being able to manage what you eat, how you eat it, when you eat it, is what a lot of people struggle with. And overeating is a big issue for many. And I know one time in my life as well, it was an issue for me, because when we look at it, we look at something, we're eating a particular food, and we're just, sometimes we're trained to just eat it all up, if not realizing when you're full or what is happening in your body. Just eat it all up. This also brings about overeating. This doesn't help with overeating. This causes overeating because you're trained to, it's on my plate, I have to finish it, eat it all up. And that causes one to have an overeating issue. Another thing is having that scarcity mindset. You know, I tell my clients that you for you to learn how to be in control and eat properly and prevent overeating, you have to change your mindset. You have to have that abundant mindset. And how does this abundant mindset come to play? Realizing that when you have a meal and you're eating, that is not the meal in front of you, is not the it does not determine your it's not the end of the world. Okay, this is not the last time you're going to have this meal. Having that consciousness of knowing that, see, I can have this meal when I want it, how I want it, without limitations, would help you to acknowledge when you're full. Okay, acknowledge when you're full and know to stop, because that is the problem all of us, most of us have, is the ability to stop. Because you're like, oh, I'm in this lovely restaurant and they've served me this lovely meal that I can't cook myself. Oh, I have to finish it all up. You know that feeling. But it's not about the lovely restaurant and the lovely food. It's about you telling yourself, see, I can come to this restaurant again if I need to. If I really want to, I can have this meal again. Having that mindset, that abundance mindset of I can have it again. So I'm full. I know that I'm full and I'm going to stop. Telling yourself that I'm full, and I can have it later. If you tell yourself I'm not going to have it, or I need to stop right now, when you put pressure on yourself, it doesn't work. You have to tell yourself, see, I can have this later. I'm going to stop for now and I can have it later. And you find out that you might not go back to that food. Okay, if it's a meal that you cooked yourself and you're like, oh, this food is so sweet, or somebody gives it to somebody has you bought it from a restaurant, or however you got the meal, however you prepared the meal. Having that mindset of, oh, I can have it later, I don't have to finish it all up now, I'll put it in the fridge, I'll put it in the freezer. If I don't want to throw it in the bin, I'll put it in the fridge or the freezer and I'll have it later. It keeps you in control. It stops overeating. It stops you feeling guilty after you have had the meal. Enjoy the meal as much as you can. And when you realize that I'm full, you're like, I am full. Announce it. Announce when you are full. Because when you announce when you're full, it gives you you're connecting your feelings, you're connecting everything, and you have announced it. And at the beginning of announcing it, you might not stop, but announcing it is you already acknowledging that I've eaten this much. I know when I'm full and I've said it out. With time, you realize that when you get full, you're easily able to push the plate aside. You're easily be able to say, okay, I'm not having this meal again. But at the beginning of announcing it, it might feel like, what's the point announcing it when I'm still eating? There is a point announcing it. There is a point announcing it because eventually, the more you keep announcing it, the more you would now get the um the grace to push the food aside and not have it. Okay, so that's one of the things, you know that causes overeating. And how to really stop the overeating is announcing when you're full. Announce when you're full. And that is one key thing to do when you're having a meal. Announce when you're full. Have that abundance mindset. These two things are very key. And before all this, make sure you're hydrated, because hydration is very key. I hope this has helped you. There's so much I can talk about with overeating, and so much I can help you with overeating. If you feel like this is something you struggle with and you need help, um, reach out to me. Let's book a complimentary discovery call where we talk about it, and you decide the way forward in improving your health without dieting. And I will speak to you later. Bye.